What's going on, amazing people, beautiful people? I hope and pray that y'all are just doing phenomenally well. So, on this video, I want to deep dive into pulling data for your real estate investing journey. Data is going to be so crucial to every single aspect on what we do. In fact, it's almost like one of the lifelines, if you will, of getting deals done and getting deals done consistently. But there's a lot of confusion on data. So that's what we're going to be covering and talking about in this video. So you're not going to want to miss it. Before we dive into the content, please like this video, subscribe, share it with a couple of people that you know who are ready to get started in real estate investing and transform their life through real estate investing. So let's deep dive into some data. So I want to pull up PropStream and just kind of talk about data in a whole, holistically. Okay. So one thing that I will say, number one, I use PropStream for my data. Okay. There are thousands, y'all, literally thousands of data providers at this point now in 2025. So I like PropStream because they've been battle tested. This company has been around for over 20 years, and very few companies can actually say that. So I want you to think about that, if you will, for a second. If a company has been around for 20 years, that means they're doing something correct, right? Exactly. So I don't want any of those brand new companies that are just glitz and glamour. I want somebody that's been through the ringer, that's continuing to evolve. That's number one. That's why I use PropStream. Number two is, let's get this crystal clear. Actually, let me blow myself back up here. There is not one, and I want you to put this in the comments, not one data company that is going to have 100% accurate data. Not one. All right. Put that in the comments below for me. Not one. And so many people get held up and held bound by that right there. They think that, wait a minute, something's off here. They put in their personal address and it doesn't show the exact mortgage balance on what they owe on their current house. Or the same thing with, a seller. We're not looking for that. We're not diving into all of that right there, okay? It's there as kind of like a frame, if you will, or a guidance. But the absolute best place, I'm going to give you the secret though, all right? The best place to get 100% accurate information on any property at all, is from talking to the property owner. That's it. Mic drop. Okay. And so you have to understand that these data providers, and even when we're running comps, is theirs just for guidance. All right. So it does not take away from the fact that you should be having quality conversations. So let's say, for example, I'm here and Harris County, which is Houston, is a huge county that I do a lot of work in. I'm going to go here. And so let's see what it populates here for me. I think that too many people also get caught in the granular. So we have over 2,300 pre-foreclosures. We have bank owned, although I don't really do anything with bank owned. That's not one of my target lists that I go after. My goal and my intent in real estate is always to serve the property owner. I want to build generational wealth by serving other people and blessing people to walk away from a house and still have dignity, still be able to put some money in their pocket, right? Still feel like they didn't lose the property. I'm not trying to make the banks any richer, all right? So I don't typically worry with those. You have liens and you have vacants as well. I will always recommend 2 list type to start with. That's number one, going to be pre-foreclosure as well. And if you go down here to filter, I always recommend the inherited properties or probate properties. Here it is, pre-probate. So what I would do is I would actually keep these things very, very simple. So let's say, for example, the vacant land is a good one too that many people overlook. Another really good one is tired landlord that a lot of people overlook as well. So let's say I wanted this. Let's go to this pre-foreclosure list here. Now, for me, I would literally skip trace all of this. Okay. I would download all 2,379 of these pre foreclosures lists. Now, I am not paying attention to any of this, right? As you noticed, at the time of this recording, it's what, May 7th? The auction date here says 3/31. I do not care. I absolutely do not care what that date says. Because guess what I just said? The most accurate information that I'm going to get on this property is by talking to the property owner. So I'm going to call this owner on what, Summer. Let's pull it up. I'm going to call Perry or Ryan, and I'm going to say, hey, Ryan, my name's Clifford. I'm calling about the property over on Summer Snow. Are you interested in an offer on that? And they're going to let me know, oh, we already sold that house. It's still available, whatever it may be. Okay. And this is actually a really good example as well. Don't think that all of the houses that are on pre foreclosure um, are rundown, raggedy houses. Okay. This house is a 1995 build. It has a pool. It's in a very beautiful community. Like, look at the house. It's very aesthetic and it's nice, like well maintained, right? But guess what? People with money still fall on hard times. You know, one of my pastors always said, be careful when you judge people because you're not done living yet. You just never know what life is going to bring you or whatever life's going to throw at you. So that's just a little side note. But anywho, you can tell that this is a really nice, well-kept house. So just don't be surprised if you see beautiful properties like this. And this is 4,200 square feet. So we're going to go through here and we're going to reach out to every single one of these property owners. Here's the thing that a lot of people get mistaken, if that's the right word to say it. They think they're going to find a list that is for highly motivated sellers, right? There's actually no list just for highly motivated sellers. I don't care what anybody tells you, right? What you do is you pull the data, you reach out to the property owners, and you see if they're open to selling their property. It is just that simple, okay? Do not let anybody sell you a list and say, hey, these are the highest motivated sellers, period. No, they're not, right? Just because they're in pre-foreclosure doesn't mean they're necessarily motivated to sell, because some people are fighting to keep their home. Some people are trying to go through loan modifications and certain things of that nature, right? And then some sellers are honestly just procrastinators. You know, obviously they procrastinated on paying their mortgage, or they didn't sell it in time before it came to that. So there's a hint of procrastination there. So don't think that every single person on this pre-foreclosure list, what we're trying to do is we're trying to identify a certain level of motivation, right? Because if we know that they're in foreclosure, they might be more amped to actually selling that house. And so that's what it's about, and that's what it's for. So I hope this kind of helped or shined a little bit of light on data in general, but do not overthink it. Go in here, pull one or two list type, your pre-foreclosure and your probate. I always recommend those. I swear by those two lists. And just get started. Skip tracing and start marketing out to people. In fact, what I want you to do, there's going to be a link to PropStream in the comments. It's a free 7-day trial, completely free. Okay. And so I want you to go in there and I want you to put in your county that you're in and let me know in the comments about how many pre-foreclosures you have. Okay. Another thing that's important is that we stay in larger metropolitan areas. Okay. Because let me go back. I was going to wrap this video up, but now I'm going to kind of show you. If you notice, Harris County here has 2,300 pre-foreclosures. Harris County is a large city. That's Houston. But let's say, for example, we take that to even Dallas County. You'll see a difference here. There's only 291. So your location matters, right? When it comes to, you can actually expand that because that's just Dallas, the city, but we can expand it to Dallas County and it'll probably be a little more actually. Yeah. So now it went up to 615 because we pulled for the entire county in whole. But anywho, just know that the location and the city matters. I want you to find as many pre-foreclosures as you possibly can, as many probates as you possibly can. So if you live somewhere like in Dinosaur, Colorado, let's go ahead and pull data for the next largest metropolitan area to us. Okay, are you with me on that? So again, let me know if this was helpful. Let me know how your pre-foreclosures are looking once you go on here and pull your list, and then we'll go from there. But y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you soon.